Today we prepared two sets of problems for hyperbolas. The first one, we have to locate the center, vertices, foci, draw the asymptotes, and trace the curve of the hyperbolas with a given equation x minus 3 quantity squared over 4 minus y plus 2 quantity squared over 1 is equal to 1. As you can see, this one is the center is not located in the origin, and based on the sign of the x variables, the transverse axis is located parallel to the x-axis. And we're using the standard hyperbola with the center at hk, and the standard form is x minus h quantity squared over a squared minus y minus k quantity squared over b squared is equal to 1. And the center of this standard form of hyperbola is hk, no? Which in this case, h is equal to 3 and k is negative 2. So this is the coordinates of the center of the hyperbolas. The coordinates of the vertices, are, as we said, the transverse axis is the transverse axis is parallel to the x-axis. No? So the coordinates of the vertices are h, plus or minus a, the square root of the denominator here, and comma k, k is this negative 2. So this is equivalent to 3, the value of h, and plus or minus square root of 4, and negative 2, which in turn, this is equivalent to 5 and negative 2 and 1 and negative 2. So on the graph you can see, since this is the y-axis and this is the x-axis, and this the transverse axis is parallel to the x-axis, which is located on this one, parallel to the x-axis, So where's that? So negative 2, the transverse axis is equal to y is equal to negative 2. So the coordinates of the vertices, are 3, the value of h, and negative 2, h plus or minus b, b is plus or minus 1. So 3 and negative 2 plus or minus 1, which is equivalent to 3, comma, negative 1, and 3, comma, negative 3. So negative 2 plus 1 is negative 1, and negative 2 minus 1 is negative 3. So these are the coordinates of the vertices. Okay, we go to the coordinates of the foci with the value h plus or minus c and k. So the foci is along the transverse axis. So c here is equal to plus or minus square root of a squared plus b squared, which is equal to plus or minus a squared is 4 and b squared is 1. So we add that plus or minus square root of 5, which is equal to plus or minus 2.24. So the coordinates of the foci are So we just substitute this in this coordinates here. No? H is equal to 2. No, I mean, H is equal to 3, no, plus or minus 2.24, which is equal to 5.24, and 3 plus or minus 0.24, and negative 2. And this one is also negative 2. So the foci here is somewhere here, no? 3 plus or minus, this is 5.24, no? And this one, a negative 2, the value of y. And this one, the other one is 0.76 and negative 2. So the foci is also are located along the transverse axis. So this one is 3. No? It is a value 3 here. So where's my pen here? 3. Yeah, just change this one. The foci, oh, this is the foci here. 3 plus or minus, okay. So the asymptotes, no? The asymptotes, no? We can draw the asymptotes by connecting the diagonals here, no? We get the diagonals of the imaginary rectangle, no? Here, connecting all these the 4 points, no? Passing through the points of the vertices, no? After connecting, we can draw this diagonal here are the asymptotes, no? With the equation y is equal to plus or minus 1 half x minus 8. So asymptotes is equal to y is equal to plus or minus b over a, the slope, no, of the line, x minus h plus k, no? Where b is equal to 1 and a is equal to 1 half, 2, I mean, no? Plus or minus 1 half, x minus 3, the value of h is 3 here, and minus 2. So the asymptotes are the two lines here connecting the opposite points on the rectangle. We go to the second problem of the hyperbolas. We're going to locate the center, vertices, and foci, as we have done in the first example. Draw the asymptotes and trace the curve. We are given here 5x squared minus 4y squared is equal to 20x plus 24y plus 36. Now, if we have this kind of problems, we just collect the similar terms of x, no? So 5x squared minus 20x, you transpose this 20x here. On the opposite side of the equation, we have here 5x squared minus 20x minus 4y squared minus 24y. Now we group these variables is equal to 36. So we retain the constant here. So we factor out 5 here for x variables. So 5 times quantity x squared minus 4x minus we factor out 4 for the value of y variables minus 4 times quantity y squared plus 6y is equal to 36. So if we look at this binomial here, we can make this one a perfect trinomial square by completing the squares. So we divide this by 2. So 4 divided by 2, and then square it, we get 4. So we add 4 here, which actually we're adding 20, no? 5 times 4 is 20. And this one here, you also complete the square here by adding 6 divided by 2 is equal to 3, and square that, you get 9, no? So actually, we're adding 36. So we have here 36 plus 20 since we add 20 here. And then since we subtract 36 here, we subtract also on the right side of the equation negative 36, or we add negative 36. And then we factor, no, this trinomial here, and we get 5 times quantity x minus 2 quantity squared minus 4 times quantity y plus 3 quantity squared is equal to 20. So if we are to satisfy the standard form of hyperbolas x minus h quantity squared over a squared minus y minus k quantity squared over b squared is equal to 1. So we're going to just transform this equation here to this standard form. And then we compare. So all we have to do, make this one unity. We make this one 1. So we divide the whole equation by 20. Dividing it by 20, we get this one, this equation here. X minus 2 quantity squared over 4. So we just transform this one into the lowest term, which is 4. So minus y plus 3 quantity squared, we also divide it by 20, with over 5 is equal to 1, since 20 over 20 is equal to 1. And then we go back to the steps that we have done on the first example here. The coordinates of the center is also hk. So h here is negative, h is 2, and k is negative 3. The coordinates of the vertices are h plus or minus a over k, no? So h is equal to 2 plus or minus 2, no? Comma negative 3. The value of k is negative 3. Or, so 2 plus 2 is 4, and negative 3, and 2 minus 2 is 0, negative 3. So we're now ready to grab, no? But first we get the coordinates. The coordinates of the vertices are h, comma k plus or minus b, no? The value of h, no, in this example is here, no? H is 2, no? So 2 plus 2, comma k, with the value of k is negative 3, no? Plus or minus b. So 2, negative 3 plus or minus square root of 5. B is square root of 5, no? The denominator on the second term, no? So this one is equivalent to 2, comma, negative 3 plus or minus 2.24. That is equivalent to 2. If we subtract this one, or we add 2.24 over negative 3, we get 2, negative 0.76, and 2, if we add this one to negative 3, we get 2 and negative 5.24. The coordinates of the foci, since the transverse axis is also parallel to the x-axis, where c is equal to plus or minus square root of a squared plus b squared. So, get the value of c. The value of a squared is 4, and value of b squared is 5. Those are the denominators of the given problem here, no? So the square root of 9 is a plus or minus 3. So after computing all this term here of the unknown here, we graph, no? The center is at 2 and negative 3. This one is 1, 2, and negative 3. 1, 2, and 3, no? So this is the center of the hyperbolas, no? And the coordinates of the vertices are 4 and negative 3. No? 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and negative 3, 1, 2, and negative 3. And the other one is 0. So this is 0 origin here, and negative 3, 1, 2, and negative 3. So if we connect the vertices and the covertices, the covertices are 2.02, and this is 2, and 0.76. No, 0.76 is almost 1, 0.76. No, negative 0.76, and 2, and negative 5.24. Connecting all the vertices, we get this form this imaginary triangle, rectangle. I mean, and connect all these opposite angle here. We form the asymptotes. No, so the foci here. No, if we substitute to the foci formula here, no, we get h plus or minus c comma k. No, so h is 2 plus or minus c, which is 3, that we have computed, and negative 3 the value of k. So we have this foci here. The foci are 5 and negative 3. This one here, somewhere here. 5, no, and negative 3. This is 1, 2, and 3. And 5 from this point here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So the foci are 5 and negative 3. And negative 1 here, no? Negative 1 and negative 3. So negative 1, since 2 minus 3 is negative 1, negative 3. So the foci is somewhere here, no? The focus here. No? The asymptotes, no, is given by the formula, no, plus or minus y is equal to plus or minus b over a times quantity x minus h plus k. So y is equal to b is square root of 5 and a is square root of 4, which is 2, times the quantity x minus h. H is 2 and k is negative 3. So that's it, no? That's how we are going to draw the curve for the hyperbolas. No? It's important to note that this the center of this hyperbolas is also, and the center and focus is along the transverse axis, and the center is parallel to the transverse axis here. That is parallel to the x-axis. So thank you for watching our videos today. And please be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel, my friend Tan. And if you have some comments and suggestions, please send it to us by Tagalog or English language, so that we can understand very well and we can improve our way of presentation. So thank you, and see you again later.